Welcome once again to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay, shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hi, guys.
How are you, my friend?
Pleased to be with you as
Yeah.
always.
Well, I'm not pleased to be with you right now,
Why?
sir.
What happened?
Well, you just delivered terrible news to me.
Yeah, when Nicholas Six is
Nicholas.
he's walking back some details from The Dirt, the 2001 book, The Dirt.
Francis Ferrara. What are you doing?
Is that his real name, Francis?
Yeah, it's Frank Ferrara.
Okay.
Yeah. Mick Mars is not his real name either.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vincent Neil Wharton.
Okay.
Tommy Lee Bass. Mick Mars. I can't remember what the fuck.
It's not bad though. Tommy Lee
I
Bass.
thought Tommy Lee had some Greek names, some big long Greek names.
Yeah. His mom was like a Greek model or something.
Okay.
Yeah, really hot.
Well,
Um,
that's getting away from the subject at
I
hand.
was trying
Mike.
to do that. Yeah.
Nicholas
Oh,
Six.
Nicholas.
Motley Crue band member Nikki Sixx is walking back the details of a highly controversial story of a possible sexual assault that appeared in the band's 2001 memoir, The Dirt. Yeah, in the book, the rocker stated that he had taken advantage of a woman at a party along with another member of the band. However, Sixx now claims that the story was possibly greatly embellished or outright made up.
Oh, Nicholas.
If Nicholas is going to walk back details of one story, how do we give him any credibility on the other shit? That's the beauty of that genre, Mike, is you read this stuff and you go, holy cow, this is all real? This really happened?
Dude, that's the whole point of it. They shoved a phone receiver in a chick's snatch and made her call her mom and have a conversation with her through the vagine phone. You're going to tell me, well, it was sort of close to her vagine, but she had panties on.
I'm not sure.
No.
I'm not sure that's the one he's walking back.
Which one is it? What band member was it? Let me guess. Thomas Lee. Was one Thomas Lee involved?
Thomas Lee was involved.
Yeah, because they were running kind of, together for a lot of those years.
Sure.
Yeah, the shenanigans they pulled.
Apparently, Nicholas Sixx described in the book a night in which he said he was pulled into a small room at a party by a woman, and the two began to have sex. Okay.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that.
Straightforward. Yep.
Soon after, Sixx said he left the room and returned with bandmate Thomas Lee, as you mentioned, and then tricked the woman into having sex with Lee while thinking she was having sex with Sixx.
So far, so good. What
Isn't
do we?
there a girth and length issue there?
Well, we know what Tommy's doing. Nikki,
in terms of trickery.
I've
Wool
seen
being
Six's
pulled?
dong. Yeah, I have.
Impressive.
Not like Tommy Lee impressive. I mean, you don't want to get into a dick showing contest with Thomas Lee.
So that's what I'm saying. Does this chick,
Did you say she was passed out? She was inebriated to the point she didn't know?
Sixx wrote that he woke up the next morning to hear that the woman claimed she had been raped the night before while hitchhiking home. He wrote that he at first felt relieved that she wasn't upset over what he did, but understood that he definitely crossed a line. The rocker now claims that the story may not have happened the way it went down in the book.
Oh, Nicholas. Shame on you. No. So far, I don't see the problem here. I mean, he pulled a switcheroo. I mean, that's all fun and games, right? Pulling a switcheroo on a girl?
Consent issue, I think, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, you need to ask her first. Do you mind if I pull a switcheroo? Which takes all the fun of the switcheroo out.
Well,
or the tag team. If you tag your buddy in, like, shh, don't tell her.
But you're dealing with one of the biggest dongs on the planet, right?
Well, maybe he just went halfway in or something.
Yeah, I guess.
If Nicholas was like, hey, man, she's used to good 6.1 inches.
Take it easy on her.
Yeah, just go halfway, no further. She'll know. She'll know. Dude, this is a problem. This is going to be a problem because I love nothing more than the rock biography.
Yes.
The real story of Led Zeppelin on the road. And
that's what I'm saying, dude.
Are we going to groom these books and be like the mud shark story?
God,
and all of a sudden,
the best, man.
Yes. I mean, if you can't simply shove a mud shark up a chick's twat at a Seattle hotel, I mean,
she was totally consenting.
Yeah, she's told that story, but like years later and loved it and stuff. She loved being that girl, but I don't know. I thought she was passed out a bit too, wasn't she?
Well, at some point in the evening, I think they're all a bit passed out, but
yeah. Well, I don't want any of the members to walk that back like, oh yeah, it was a goldfish and it wasn't really your vagine. It was more like a nostril and we had a good laugh. No. I need my rock stars. Debauched rock stars is what the game's all about, right?
It was the 80s, man.
Oh, dude. By the way, if you comb the dirt, the book, you could probably find, 100 stories of absolute
sexual assault.
What would constitute, yes. It's probably consenting to some degree, but there's just so many drugs and alcohol and gangbangs and three-ways and, just a lot of shit in there that, if you're talking about who holds more power in this room, Nicholas and Thomas are going to hold more power over some skanky groupie that gets pulled backstage.
Yeah, well.
Well, this is going to be bad if we start doing this, man.
Sorry to start the show on such bad news.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible. especially when we're thinking of other rock stars, the Sponges of the world, and not saying Vinny or any of the guys did anything like that, but they do have their pub crawl coming up this weekend. Isis gave away a pair of tickets for it, and I believe he's on the guest list.
Is that right?
Crawl, yeah.
Nice, Isis.
This Saturday, March 9th.
Yeah, I'm a little excited, man.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I think T-Roy and I are going. I was talking to Vin this morning a little bit, and they sold out. So if you're one of those people that was trying to get on the bus, they sold out the thing. It's like $35 a ticket or something. It hits 3 bars, and they jam in each bar. So, it's kind of just a big blowout party they do each year. So they've opened up a 4th bus. So if you're interested in going,
holy hell,
he's like, yep, got room for you and T-Roy if you can make it out, because they were talking about recording possibly a video for Uber and a fifth. Uber and a fifth.
Oh shit! Well, we gotta have you there if you're gonna.
Well, yeah, obviously, if I'm doing backup vocals on the album, I mean, I would definitely need to be there. So that's probably why he said, "Hey, man, make it out." So yeah, this is your opportunity. They say to live like a rock star.
And
hang out with them.
Where do they go to get tickets?
They can go to spongepubcrawl.com, hang out, party with the band, gain full VIP road crew access to all 3 shows, as well as laminates to get you on the party bus. 7 o'clock check-in begins at Capone's on Harper Avenue in St. Clair Shores. Must arrive by 8:10. Don't be a dick and show up at 8:13. We're gone. We're out of there.
Fucking time, by the way. The bullshit time change never happens I never lose an hour when I don't care. Of course I'm going to lose an hour on a night that I'm going to be out till God knows when. And now I'll lose.
Oh, we losing a night?
Yes, we lose an hour.
Does it really matter? I mean,
does to me.
Why? It's just the 3 of us here, and you're not going to be grounded.
Yeah, I know, but I don't
like. You got to get up for school bright and early.
Dude, I am more and more do not go out on Saturday nights anymore. Because I recover. It takes forever to recover. I'm just fucking unproductive as fuck on Sundays. So I try to go out on Fridays now if I can. So I'm just saying, I lose an hour.
Well,
goddamn it.
You're gonna have to suck it up, Buttercup.
I will.
It's gonna be a fun night.
I'll suck it up. I'm ready.
You're gonna want to be there. So seating is limited. This bus will probably sell out too. It's just got a few days to go. So come hang with us. Hang with the guys in Sponge. They're always a lot of fun. Again, it's spongepubcrawl.com. And then got in the mail.
Hey, you got a Snoopy.
Yeah, I got a Snoopy.
Thanks, it says.
Yeah, usually cards this size, it's like, thanks for coming by my dad's funeral, and it just has that poem in there or something, and it's got that generic forest scene on the front.
Right.
They need to up their game in the, in that card genre. I just don't like it. But anyway.
The bereavement.
The bereavement world.
I'm not even needed anyway.
Who's this from? Is this from Gerald? The Detroit Cast, care of... Who is this from? It is Gerald, yes.
Yeah, it's from Jerry,
Very
from
nice.
the Jacks. He sent me a picture, too. I should probably send it over to you, Jay, and you can decide what to do with it, whether we throw it in members area or we post it, because he's finished with the jewelry, the beads.
Yeah.
He was making, so he's got all the beads, and they're on display in his apartment.
So these are beads that are owed to people who gave certain donations to Isis's SOS drive.
Exactly, and so they're being shipped here now. I believe the guy that shipped it for him was not Jerry, but shipped it. I saw his email too, and it was like, "You were insured for up to $400." So if anything happens to the beads,
it would be may be a shame of those damn beads.
Yeah, we should probably just tell Jerry. Nah, they never showed up, man.
Just
It's crazy.
kick him out when they
Let him
land.
get his $400, and then we'll go, ha, you beat the system.
This is an awesome envelope, by the way. He's got the Detroit Cast, care of Walters. He's got our address, etc. And it's the way it's written. It's just this flowing
It's very
type
Jerry.
script. And then he has this return address label with a little bear on it.
Yeah, just a little bear.
It's a little bear.
Yeah, a little bear. Look at you.
Different colored markers are used and everything. This is classic.
The Art of Magic forever stamp. I don't know what that is. It's probably some penis related. The reason I say maybe we stick it in members area is because he's got this beautiful picture of the beads, and in the background are the dolls with dongs and everything. And it's like, oh boy, he really does have quite a collection of well endowed men. I mean, there is no such thing as a micro cock on a doll, dude. I don't know if you're aware of this, but their cock to body ratio is double what it should be.
I guess I've never seen a doll with a panous. They're always those androgynous looking, just
the mound
foldovers.
Yeah,
of a Ken doll type hump, the mound, whatever you want to call it.
I call it the mound, but the hump
I'm
works.
not sure I've seen one with a panous.
Oh yeah, when you do, they are baby arms at least. They're quite impressive. So but anyway,
care to read his thank you note?
I get cards from my niece, who's 3. a lot, or they do artwork for me.
Lots of colors involved.
How old is Gerald?
Drawings.
He's 71, 2, 73, maybe. I don't want to overage him.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wow. Well, he's an artist.
There's glitter. There are stickers, like when you did good. I'm like, this is what Sweet Pie would write.
Yeah, man.
It's hi Mike, hi Jay, hi Eric, hi Beth, hi Travis, hi Amy, hi Tim, hi D-Mac, hi Vinny, hi T-Roy, hi Pants.
God.
Woof meow, Jerry. You really made me feel special. Is that the greatest fucking card ever?
That is pretty sweet, man.
I mean, look at that son of a bitch.
It's a Gerald original, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. Hell yes, it is. Jerry. Look at that. He sat there with stickers. Put little stickers all over it.
He's one of a kind.
He did. He colored it himself. He did that himself, right? He did not buy that card.
No.
With the swirls. I mean, you've seen enough crafts and artworks from children.
That's artistry, dude.
Yeah. He's talented.
It's kid art.
That's a great time to point out, by the way, for the people that you already mentioned the beads. They will be showing up to you as soon as we get them, and I'll get your addresses. I'm working on all of it. So just FYI.
I did a couple more videos too. I still have a line of people that need their poops video. So I knocked out a couple more this morning. I know there are more. Isis, maybe you can help me identify which ones I have not done yet. And if you're one of those people that's like, hello, asswipe, drop me throw something in Messenger or an email at DetroitCast.com or Walters@DetroitCast.com or Eric at DetroitCast.com and let us know, and I'll do that. I'll start banging those things out because I know there's a few left. So I've not forgotten about you, and I will get it done at some point.
Another housekeeping matter. Another episode dropped in the Newberg file there. Heroin has a great publicist, so subscribe to that show if you haven't already. I know it's on Apple Podcasts and also has probably made it to Google Play, etc. At this point.
Can we ask them? I mean, I don't want to ask too much of the audience, Jay, but can we ask them to do us a solid and just go give it some ratings and some comments, maybe some emails? Because Chris is trying really fucking hard, and he really wants it to be good, and he really wants you guys to like it.
You're pandering for bullshit, though.
No, I'm not pandering for bullshit.
Go listen, and if you like it, respond. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're on the fence, like, oh my God, that was really good. Like, there's a lot of podcasts I listen to. They're great. I don't ever go in and rate them and stuff. I probably should. Because it really is helpful for us. Go and rate us as well.
Great point, Mike. We haven't said that in a long time, but go rate us.
It is, and I'm always excited when one pops up and it's like, ooh, it's not a 1-star.
Someone likes us.
Someone likes us. I needed that dopamine rush today. And Chris is he's a stage comic, so he's used to immediate. He knows if a joke works, immediately based on claps and laughs, and so for him to wait 24 hours. After giving you, Jay, you've got control of the show, and then you post it, having to wait 24 hours to hear from people is driving him fucking nuts. He's texting me all day long. Have you heard anything? And it's like, dude, don't worry about it. It's great. The show you're doing is great. Heroin has a great publicist. Go check it out, and it's I guarantee you guys will be happy. And then D-Mac and the boys are going to be here tonight too. That's Wednesday night. Oh my God. Oh, it's going to be a long night. Yep. The boys are coming here, and they'll have fun. And
last few breaths of fresh air here, Mike.
Yep. Well, they're not allowed to smoke in here no more. Got the new studio going in. That's a rule. Okay. So they'll be here. Check that out tonight. I believe Darren said 7:30 start. So check them out if you can.
Hey, everybody, you have an annual physical to make sure you're healthy. What the heck do you do each year to make sure that you remain financially fit? Anything?
No.
Probably not. Our friend Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial, however, wants you to. He specializes in thoughtful and objective investment guidance designed to keep your finances in shape. So call Mark today, 248-626-2000. Ask for Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
Boy, oh boy. R. Kelly.
Watch that interview.
I didn't watch it. I watched some clips of it, and I read articles.
Yeah.
And probably not the best move. I don't know what they were thinking.
It's passionate.
Yeah.
And don't you always say, if you're not guilty, man, you'd be screaming from the mountaintops, right? You'd be like, fuck, man, I did not do this.
Dude.
He looked pretty unhinged, though. Pretty unhinged.
And you know what? Unhinged is okay if you're like, fuck, this is bullshit. I'm not guilty of this. You know what I mean? But, it's I immediately thought of your thought there. You never put your guilty lying.
Yeah, you're lying guilty defendant on the stand. Never,
ever. ever. And so now his publicist, probably not a lawyer, but he should subscribe to that as well. Like in this instance, the best thing you can do is shut the fuck up. STFU.
Probably.
Shut it down. What are you doing going on CBS News?
You know Robert Kelly, don't you?
You would think. I mean, dude, the guy had to grab him by the arm.
Yeah.
When R. Kelly is standing up and screaming.
Yeah.
Drops the F-bomb a couple times. He's talking to Gayle King, and Gayle, has learned from Oprah, as Oprah's best friend and lover, probably, maybe. Allegedly, is sitting there just calmly like, okay, calm down, Mr. Kelly. Calm down, R, period. Calm down. And it's like, dude, do you understand how bad this looks? And the shit he's saying, it's like, if you just want to go, no, I don't do that. But when you're like, that was a long time ago. That was ages ago. Why are we bringing this up again? It's like, and then the whole, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a meme. Look at her. Oh, boy. He said the parents of 2 young women he's accused of holding against their will sold them to him when they were teenagers, which is one hell of an argument. I mean,
bad phrase. That's bad phrasing.
Oh, yeah. Well, they sold them to me. They're mine now. Like, dude, there would have, like, somebody in his camp would have gone, all right, let's run through some things. There's a couple girls, parents are saying, you might be holding them hostage. What do you say to that, Mr. Kelly? Well, they sold them to me.
Yeah, don't go there, Robert.
But it's true.
When asked by Gayle, don't say the word sell. I think might be a problem.
Right, unless it was a couch you bought off them.
Understand fully. More context you probably needed there.
Yeah, and look, we get it. You're a celebrity. The rules are different for you, but anytime someone hears sell when in regards to a human being, like, it's for the masses, it's going to come off odd. It really is. So let's not go there. Let's not do that. And so apparently no one told him that. So he felt like, well, look, hey, it is what it is, man. They sold them to me. So Gayle King is the one that interviewed him on CBS News this morning.
Was there follow up on that part of it? I didn't see any clip of her going, well, wait a second. What do you mean sold them? What?
I didn't either.
You gave them money in exchange for these human beings?
I didn't see a follow-up. I'd be shocked if she didn't have a follow-up. I mean, that would be – because people are giving her a lot of credit for remaining calm and composed and asking proper questions. If you don't have a perfect follow-up to that line, I'm not holding them against their will. Their family sold them to me. There better be some follow-up.
There better be some drill down on the word sold.
Yeah. I don't know what the follow-up would be because that would hit you out of left field.
It would be what I just said. Are you saying that you exchanged money for these human beings?
Yes.
How much?
Lots. Like, I gave them publishing rights to songs. They've got a point on every hit album I've got.
You ever bought any other human beings? R period.
Our period said he decided to speak up to clear up the lies against him.
Well, he did that.
Yeah, pending his next court appearance. 52-year-old man. And his brother, remember that interview we watched with his brother that did not do him any favors, was like, look, everybody's got a taste in women.
Yeah.
So his is for the youngins, for the kids or whatever.
Some guys like fat girls, and some guys
like them real young, and that's our period. Man.
Well, he went into that too. Some guys like older women, some like younger, some young women like older men. And Gayle's like, so you like younger women? He's, I love all women. All women.
Because you see him a lot, arm in arm with a 52-year-old woman.
Right.
Don't you? No, you don't.
He doesn't even look at Gayle as a human being.
Oh my God. He probably
he probably dry heaved when he entered the room.
He sat down at the chair. She waddled into the room and he just turned to his publicist. Bill, is the puke bucket here? Can we just get that on standby just in case? I'm going to try to look her in the face.
They're looking over.
Please, anyone seen my puke bucket, please?
Yeah, man.
He's facing 70 years, man. Yeah. If he's brought up, there's 4 counts he's accused of. 3 of the 4 were underage when he allegedly attacked them. They've claimed everything from verbal abuse to, they have to ask him if they can eat or go to the bathroom. Like, I don't know what kind of abuse level that is, but.
Well, allegedly chained, I think.
Yeah, some have said. Some he doesn't say that. They were his. He bought them fair and square. At one point in the interview, he had to be restrained by his publicist. He cried several times. Kelly described Azriel Clary, who's 21 now, and Jocelyn Savage as his girlfriends, despite both women's families claiming he brainwashed them after meeting them at concerts. So he said Azriel was 17 when he pulled her onto the stage. So she's at the concert in the front row or whatever. He yanks her up on stage. And Jocelyn was 19, met him backstage at a different show. The women were interviewed separately in an emotional interview with Gayle King, and that's going to air Friday. So we'll see what they have to say. Neither has spoken to their parents, by the way, in years, which just seems odd. And I thought this was a good question by Gayle King. She said, what kind of love is it that keeps these young women away from their families?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That seems like a very good question to me.
Yeah.
And he says, well, I'm going to answer your question. What kind of father, what kind of mother would sell their daughter to a man?
Oh, great response.
Again, the sale thing. Drill down on it, Gayle.
Yeah.
We need to know more about that.
Yeah, that's like really, we need to stop everything. Like someone should run on set and be like, hold on.
Literally sold them? Literally?
That's what he said.
He has a great point, though. What kind of dad would sell their kid to a man like this? So what kind of love is on the other end?
Stunned. They said this, the look of stunnery on Gayle's face. And he says, how come it was okay for me to see them until they wasn't getting no money from me? So it's like he's paying the parents, maybe a per diem of sorts. And, he's just like a monthly check. And then it's like, yep, you've got the rights to my daughter because, the checks are coming in from our period. And then that dries up and they're like, okay, can we have our kid back now? Because the check stopped rolling in. Why would you take your daughter? If I were going to take my daughter and she's 19 years old to a 49-year-old icon, whatever, celebrity, called himself an icon, yes.
Spoke in the third person a ton, too.
Celebrity, R. Kelly concert, whatever it may be, whoever it is. I'm not going to put her on the stage and leave her.
Oh, our period's got a point.
Their father is more into my music and knew about my music more than they did.
I would assume so.
You're saying their parents handed their daughters over to you. That's what you're saying. Absolutely. Are the cameras still going? Oh, God, yes, they are. No. Nobody shut those cameras off in mid-set. Wow, this isn't going anywhere.
Right.
Just go to commercials.
This is boring.
Are the cameras still going? Absolutely. When she asked twice, she's saying they gave them to you. Kelly denied having sex with underage girls. Hilarious. And said he never focused on how much younger than him his girlfriends are, just that they are legal, which is not a good statement to make either. You know? I mean, if you were like, what's up with your new girlfriend, Mike? And I went, she's legal. She's legal. And that's all I'm focused on.
He's snake bit from his prior issue, right?
Yeah.
So that's top of mind. Like, they got to be legal. Got to be legal.
Got to be legal. What's the legal? Depending on what state I am, whether or not she can travel with me.
I'll get to the chained in the basement and shitting in a 5-gallon bucket thing in a minute. But she's legal.
She's legal. When we go to Georgia, I mean, we are good to go.
Back to what you said, Mike. He says he never doesn't. I don't pay attention what their ages are. That's interesting. You don't have any girlfriends that are, I don't know, 25 or older, 24 or older.
Yeah, I know.
23 or older.
He likes that cherubic look.
He sure does. And he likes there to be, sounds like, they've hit puberty, unlike Jackson, who ships them off as soon as. He likes them like right there when they hit puberty. Our period does.
That first batch of grass on the infield.
Yeah, he's ready to play ball. He's standing there with his bat in his hands. Yep. So he's denying that. I don't look at much younger than me. I just look at legal. I just look at you like you're you and I'm me. I'm just legal is what I'm looking for. There are older men who like younger women and older women who like younger men. I'm an older man who loves all women.
All women.
Before the age of 20.
Right, of course.
All of them. Kelly's stance is that all his accusers and their parents are lying. It's upwards of 50. So, yeah. Because that makes perfect sense.
I mean, they're all liars, goddammit.
Dude, it's time to just, get into international waters somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, just move in with Snowden, wherever he is. And just, don't look back.
Isn't that fucked up? The guy has, I believe I can fly. And then he pulls this for the next 30 years.
I know.
It's crazy, man.
Dude, there's pictures of him whizzing on a 15-year-old girl's face with his Grammy in the background.
Yeah.
And he got out of that.
That was a hung jury, right?
Yes. I don't remember. Yeah. He acts like they found me innocent. And it's like, no, dude. Nobody said you were innocent. So yeah, they're lying on me. You can start a rumor about a guy like me or a celebrity just like that. All you have to do is press a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me. R. Kelly did this to me. What? If you get any traction from that, if you're able to write a book from that, if you can get a reality show, then any girl I had a relationship with in the past that just didn't work out, she can come and say the exact same thing. So So yeah, he thinks prosecutors are out to get him too because, him getting out of that last one.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, they're dying to put me behind bars because that whole child porn issue I had before. How stupid! And then, dude, I love this. How stupid would it be for R. Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50? What did you say? 50? How stupid would it be for me to do that?
That would be very stupid for R. Kelly to do that.
It would. I agree it would. I'm not saying he's not capable of doing that, though. That's stupid. Use your common sense, people. Forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me.
Yeah.
Hate me if you want to. Love me if you want to. But use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me with my crazy-ass past and what I've been through? Oh, right now I just think I need to be a monster. And hold girls against their will. Chain them up in my basement and don't let them eat. Don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Yeah, I didn't get that last phrase. But
is his uncle like a renowned shoe salesman or something?
Here he is standing in front of Gail, though, and his publicist is R period.
Please,
R period. Come on.
Mr. Period. Mr. R period. His ear, that whole stage right side of his head has to be on fire with those studio lights. Just pound those things.
But you see the clip too when we're trying to calm him down and they're dabbing him with makeup. It's just the most ridiculous scene ever,
dude. So he's like, quit playing. I did not do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my fucking life. Y'all killing me with this shit. I've given you 30 years of my fucking career. 30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You're killing me, man.
There he is being dabbed. And he's just talking away the whole time. And they're dabbing him with all the makeup.
Look at that. You've got a man in a suit standing behind you, dabbing your brows.
You want to talk about lying?
Can you imagine, dude? If I was given this, and I'm doing this interview, and I'm like, y'all are killing me up here. I was giving you my whole fucking career, giving you my life, and Jay's behind me, dabbing my face. Could you,
Mike? Just calm down. Just calm down, Mike.
Can you imagine me not going, dude? What the fuck, man? Really? I'm in the middle of an interview here. No. The fuck are you dabbing my forehead for? Get out of here.
Is there any more telling?
Faggot CBS Studios. Faggot CBS Studios.
Well, no, but the lying, like the most obvious thing that people might say if someone's lying, like, dude, you're kind of sweating a little bit here. I mean, he is having someone dab him during the interview, like to make sure the sweat can hold off. Like,
so we're apparently killing him. I'm trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it. Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. This is not true. It doesn't even make sense. Why would I hold all these women? Their mothers and fathers told me we're going to destroy your career. There's real girls out there missing, and this is great. Kind of a PSA from our period.
To human trafficking. It's good.
Yeah,
bring awareness.
There's real young girls out there being abducted, being raped. Okay, they really are on chains. They really do have chains on their wrists. Those are the ones we need to focus on, and that's really where his concern lies.
Yeah, right.
Stop focus on these bogus allegations against me.
I've noticed a lot of times, like I saw that with Lakes Minivan USA. I'm really more noticing people that are lying. Their biggest go-to's got to be like, why would I do this?
Yeah.
I'd be stupid.
No, it's amazing when your behavior is so deviant that you can point to and go, that's insane. Why would anyone do that?
Who would do that? Dahmer's in court. Fucking eat.
Are you kidding
people?
me?
Do you hear yourself?
I mean, common sense.
Cuckoo. Look, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, eat people. Is that where we're at now? They accuse me of eating people. Shit. Nothing more, Your Honor. I rest my case. I don't even need a lawyer.
Dude, I so remember because I actually got to be there that day, and he's like, "Why would I can't do the Indian accent, Mike, but you get." But he would do that. Like, why would I do that? Why would I murder my wife and kids? Why?
Wow, the lying guilty defendant took the stand. I didn't remember that.
He didn't have a choice, man.
Yeah.
He fucking gunned down his whole family and made a run for it.
No, they were stabbed, weren't they? Three dead bodies stabbed in this Novi home or something.
They wouldn't want to live without me. I am the breadwinner. Without me, they're nothing. Yeah, Lakes Minivan USA. He was a interesting case, and that was like 5 people, like all his kids. They came. Weren't they the ones that came home one by one, like
something like
the sweet pie of the family got home early from kindergarten, and then the 3rd grader came home.
He also had a point where I forgot about this too, where the jury was in, and then he was gonna walk in, but then his guy came in there, went up to the judge, be like, sidebar, judge, and they're like, they decided that Lakes Minivan USA had decided that because he was going to walk in with his Indian heritage, with no shoes on, that he was worried that the jury would judge him that he didn't have any shoes on for his religious beliefs. So they had to bring the jury out. Then he walked in with no shoes. I'm like, I think they're going to be judging you on a little more than the shoe situation, Mr. USA.
It's the least of your worries, Mr. USA.
So you were able to hear that in the courtroom?
I mean, I didn't hear them
because you're not on the jury?
No, I didn't hear them say, I didn't hear what they said.
No, I know, but how do you know that?
Well, the jury was 100% in. And then I remember that his lawyer came in, did something.
Was it the shackles on his ankles? Because that's a thing.
No, it was 100%. He was. They must have made an announcement because I mean, I couldn't hear the.
Was he turbaned up?
No, he was not turbaned
up. Proper?
Yeah, he was not turbaned up. But I know for a fact that jury was in. They made the jury go back out, and the reasoning was they thought that because he had no shoes on, they would judge him on his religious, like being a Hindu or whatever.
Might, but my guess is, and I can't speak for the jury, but my guess is they're going to be more bothered by the 5 murders of his family members than whether or not he was wearing kicks. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But if we're sitting there, we're in the jury box, and then some asswipe goes up and to the judge, and they're like, "All right, beat it, you guys." They're basically doing a giant game of earmuffs, everybody, and they make us leave, and then we come back 3 minutes later and sit down. I'm just going, all right, what the fuck?
What was that all about?
Something was up with that. And I'd be scoping Lake's Minivan USA head to toe. What did he do? What did he not want us to know? Oh, it's that fucking barefoot. It's a filthy ass goddamn floor. Mr. Minivan USA, what are you doing barefoot out here?
He must be an Arab.
And a murderer.
Terrorist. And a murderer.
Hey, everybody. The Ides of March, they are smiling down, and that means Gabara and the lovely leprechauns at Zott, Ford, and Holly are sharing their pot of gold with all of our lucky listeners. Lease a new 19 Ford all-wheel drive Escape or new 19 Ford EcoSport as low as $82 a month. Yup, $82. Or lease a new 19 Ford Edge or new 19 Ford F-150 Super Crew 4x4 as low as $97 a month. I want one of those. $97.
I'll take that one. $97.
Does that come with the steering wheel?
I doubt it, but throw
4 wheels. Yeah, he said 4-wheel drive. Must.
It must. Steve, can you drop one of those off? I don't even care what color. $97.
You'll take one in carnation pink?
I will.
Zott Ford keeps the green in your pocket. Take advantage of these charming payments before they disappear.
The old saying, I think it goes something like, if it quacks like a duck and walks like a duck, it's not a duck. Or no, it's probably a duck. And the famous Jay Detroitcast saying of things are usually as they seem.
Yeah.
There's not a
big conspiracy guy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can get behind stuff like the moon is fake and stuff, but like 9/11 is an inside job. The amount of people that would require to like keep their shit closed, their mouths shut, even on their deathbed, it's impossible to do that. You can't keep a secret in a household for a day, let alone thousands of people that would need to be involved. So when R. Kelly, it's like, I got to tell you, man, you are walking a lot like a duck and you are quacking a hell of a lot like a duck right now. Jackson's the same way. Michael Jackson, the Leaving Neverland. Have you started watching that
yet?
I've
not had a chance. No.
Are you interested in that? Do you care to watch it?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've heard kind of the main points. I'm not sure I want to.
Yeah, but
sit down and go through that. But
well, we know what the family's been saying. It all points back to the case where the kids were still on Team Jackson and went, "No, he never touched me. He never hurt me." Like, oh, known liars. And so that means
an awful defense, that these people in their past said nothing happened.
Sure. And then you go, oh, great. Now he's dead. And you're going to bring this up again and act like he was the biggest monster ever. Fuck you. You already said under oath that he wasn't. I get that. That's really the only argument you can make. You can just usually tell when you watch people, their body language, like there's some shit in there that if you didn't specifically get asked, like to divulge that, it's, too much detail. To be fake almost, you know what I mean? And wasn't it like on all four, he would have me on all fours and, kind of presenting and then spread my butt cheeks apart. And then Jackson licked a butthole.
Oh.
You remember that stuff? Like that to me sounds like something you wouldn't make up,
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he jacked me off. Fine. He grabbed my dick a lot. He made me grab his dick a lot, but he put an adult sized penis in a 7-year-old's mouth. Like that sort of detail tells me that sounds like it happened. And I love this. They're going to all the Jackson family members, and they're, Paris Jackson firmly believes that her father never abused those children.
Her quote unquote father.
Right. Yes. And has not, but she hasn't watched the documentary. None of them have. So you haven't seen these kids' accounts. You haven't seen the detail. Kids, they were kids then. They're grown men now with families. But you haven't seen any of it. You haven't, like to just come out and be like, no, I didn't watch a second of it. Paris, what the hell would you know? Honestly, I get it. What are you going to say? It's your fucking dad, but.
Quote unquote. Dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, right. It's probably more like the Jewish doctor.
Absolutely. Is there any question, gentlemen? Is there any question that Jackson is not her dad? Give me a break, man.
There are people, I have seen it online, that are going, these are absolutely his children. He fathered them, and they're pulling up examples of pictures. Here's Jackson's great-great-great-grandfather, whatever Jackson. And next to like Prince, who's the oldest one? Is it
Blanket?
Prince? No, Blanket's the youngest.
Yeah, Prince, sure. It's got to be Prince, right?
Or is Prince Blanket's actual name? I can't remember. Either way, the oldest kid, it's like, look at the roundness of the face and the, and the eyes, and it's like, I spit an image. These are his kids. I'm like, okay, explain the fucking blue-eyed daughter.
I know. Explain Paris.
Yeah.
She looks nothing like him.
And, obviously, I hope they are. It'd be nice to have, Paris hit the scene as a, a big-time singer.
She's apparently lined up, right, to be an actress, and she's already modeling, I think.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. She sent out a Twitter thing like, don't take life too seriously. Life already takes itself serious enough as it is. It's like, cute. That's so easy to say when you've inherited the fortune of Michael Jackson.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, great. Don't take life too seriously. Do you, man.
Everybody
do whatever you want. I mean, life takes itself too seriously, okay? Yeah, when you've got $100 million in the bank, it's easy to say stupid shit like that. But she's telling friends the real problem with the fallout of this documentary is not what may or may not have happened to those young kids' buttholes, but the fact that this might hurt her acting career.
If you want to pin it on something, pin it on that.
I didn't know she had an acting career. I'll be honest with you.
I knew it was budding.
Yeah, fledgling or budding? Does TMZ count as acting? I mean, you're on camera, I guess. Does that count?
Walking up to a club. Paris
over here. Wave to the camera. Well, you've seen me on such hit shows as TMZ.
This is a big page.
Pre-production, here. The Space Between. All right, 30 Seconds to Mars, Rescue Me, a video short. Gringo.
It's a pretty big page, though. Pretty big IMDb page.
Okay, so she's been in a couple music videos. Is that how I'm reading that?
Okay. Yep. I don't know. I don't remember those.
I like how one of her top noticeables doesn't have a.
Oh, it's pre-production.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they haven't come out with a poster. I'm sure she'll be all over the poster. It's gonna be her head on it. So yeah, she's really worried that the documentary is already scaring directors away because the abuse her father is accused of may put moviegoers off of her.
The directors in Hollywood won't care. They're like, we've seen it all before.
Yeah, can she sell tickets?
Fun there, done that.
People show up for the freak show. That's what she needs to worry about. The worry is that any movies she stars in will be derailed if Michael's abuse scandal is all people think about when they see her on the screen. Well, they definitely going to, whether they're thinking of Michael Jackson Thriller or him licking child buttholes, they're not going to be thinking of her when they see her on the screen, right?
A lot of this is already baked in, right? These allegations go way back. We knew this about Jackson. I know this is kind of like really raw in its telling, and it's really a compelling documentary when you watch this thing, really emotional, and it maybe puts it in a new light, dredges it back up. But I always assumed the dude was a pedophile.
I know, right? That's easy to say, and that's right. For decades, it was like it didn't make sense. You're showing up at events with a fucking midget Webster, as a grown ass man. Why are you showing up with Webster to a fucking movie premiere?
Emmanuel Lewis, right?
Yeah, Grammys. Whatever. He's on your lap like he's a fucking
ventriloquist dummy.
Yes. All that shit.
It was odd. It was odd behavior.
It was very odd. And
dude, the payoffs and I just assumed the guy was a pedophile.
Yeah. Well,
so for me, it's baked in.
When that documentary came out a few years ago, right before he died, and he was getting ready to do that European tour, I think. He was doing a world tour. And he was paid a lot of money. And then that documentary came out. Maybe it was right after he died. Shit, and it's really good. It was like the
about the making of the tour. Yeah, I remember that.
The rehearsals, and you saw this guy and the work ethic and the perfectionism and the way he was with his team members, it gave you a side of Jackson that you didn't really see, because all we saw was, he's dangling a baby out of a fucking high rise.
So you're thinking he went out on a high note with that?
He definitely went out on a high note, and I remember people going, you know what? I don't think he did molest kids. I think he was just a nice guy. My own dad was like, dude, I'm having doubt. Like, my dad loved that documentary and was having doubts about whether or not. So this spin now, this stuff coming
Behind the mask. No,
I'm trying to remember. I remember the fucking name too.
It's like, it's like a purple cover with him on it like this. It's like a collage of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, go on.
Yeah. But it's really good, and it turned the tide enough that people were not just automatically assuming he was fucking kids his whole life or was a pedophile. That definitely happened. So this now can be very damaging. People that are watching that, I mean, there's stations, radio stations that are just flat. This is it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. They're not playing Jackson anymore. You know what I mean? So there's potential, there's a lot of, his death anniversary, 10 years coming up, and, every few years is an anniversary of the release of this. There's a lot of money on the table. There's a lot of shit like that. There's a lot of shit in production about him that won't be as well received if they think he was tongue in buttholes.
Well, I just wonder if this is forcing the corporate side of things to take it more seriously and go arm's length on him, whereas most of the public are like, yeah, I mean, fucking Mike, it's banging kids for sure.
Dude, he had a fucking monkey. Really? You think there wasn't some weird shit
pedophile
going on?
playground at this Neverland match?
He had a fucking circus in his backyard, He said doo-doo feces. Grown ass man. He loved living a Peter Pan existence.
Is that Apollo bathing?
I would take that one and that one. Yoo-hoo. Is that Apollo bathing? I'll take that one. Walking through that big. He took none of that shit, by the way.
I know.
It's like $60 million worth of fucking art. Yoo-hoo, over here.
It was all a big show for that special. What was it, 2020 or whatever they were doing, right?
It was just
to look like a big shot. Oh, I can buy anything. Look at me. I'm just walking through.
Yeah, just so out of touch. You know what I mean? Like, to get accused by, to pay off Jordy Chandler $23 million, be accused by all these other kids and people coming out of the woodwork, and to be like, Mike, we knew this day was going to come. We got to get you married. And Lisa Marie Presley, remember that fucking kiss on the MTV Awards?
That was so weird, yeah.
It was like, oh, shit. I mean, royalty of Elvis and royalty of the King of Pop getting married. I guess we could fall for that, but that kiss was like, fuck no, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You guys, I don't know if you have that there, E, but it did not go over well. We are getting some word from his siblings, Tito, Marlon, and Jackie. And even his nephew, Taj, is speaking out. Marlon said the documentary is not telling the truth, Jay. There's not been one piece of evidence that corroborates their story. I would point to the maid. Wouldn't that count? Her saying she saw them there nude together, holding hands. Isn't that corroborating their story a bit?
Sounds like it, yeah. I've not seen the documentary, but it sounds like it. You got that, E? You got the kiss?
I don't know where it is in here, but I mean, this looks like it's it.
Oh, God. Yeah, this is so awkward.
Let's prove I don't fuck kids, okay? This is my wife.
What year is this, Jesus? Does it say?
It does. I don't remember.
I'm going to go home and crush this pussy later.
So he's just such an oddball at this point. When he shows up like this, like you and I are going, oh my God, look at this guy. Look at his face. Holy shit.
To the MTV Video Music Awards.
Look at her. Oh, I got him a few. Look at the standing ovation he's getting. I guess he doesn't fuck kids. He just got married.
I'm very happy to be here. And just think, nobody thought this would last.
Come on, Mike. Someone's in his...
Oh, man.
Oh.
That's uncomfortable.
Oh.
And they just turn and walk off stage.
Okay.
And think about that for a second. You've got two people that are very, very shy, typically. Why would they go out to that? Even if they came out as a couple and waved, why would you need to do that fucking kiss? You wouldn't.
Or practice it, or dude, really, really practice it. I know you can't fake,
But doesn't that scream setup? I mean, it's nothing where there's those two would not need the cameras, the attention. That is to go like, let's give a final cherry on top to prove I'm not fucking kids and licking their buttholes.
Yeah. What did Lisa Marie get out of this? Because she was pulling royalties, a massive amount of royalties off Elvis's stuff. She
Yeah,
doesn't need
thanks
the
to her
money,
mom
you know what I
Priscilla.
mean?
Her Q rating has gone up. I mean, being tied to Jackson, I don't know. She didn't want to be in tabloids. She didn't want to really be a celebrity,
Yeah.
or she didn't
It's
ask
not like
for
she
that.
then sued him, based on a divorce or something. That is weird. Like,
No.
what'd she get out of that?
I don't know. I mean, it's probably hard to marry Jackson off in a week, though. I mean, maybe, maybe it's like, please, Lisa Marie.
Maybe he'd give her the rights to some Elvis song back or some shit.
Yeah, right. That he bought.
That son of a bitch, owning all the Beatles.
Look, I'll give you blue suede shoes and
Just marry me.
just do it, please. One kiss. It'll be gross. You have cooties. I know it. We'll go backstage. We'll both use our puke buckets, and then you can have blue suede shoes back. I'll give you hound dog and blue suede shoes. Final offer. One kiss on stage. So Taj went on to explain. He believes
Taj.
that Taj, is it Taj, like the Mahal?
I think so. TAJ.
Is he named after the Mahal?
I think so.
Wow. Look, here's the problem my uncle had. He had a slight naivete about how odd it was for him to sleep in the same bed as children. Oh, damn naivete. Wouldn't that be one conversation with one family member going, dude, that's
Yeah.
don't be naive here.
Mike, can't do this.
You get nocturnal emissions going, you've just come on a child. You get on average 14 random boners a night, and you've got children in the bed. Don't be naive.
Yeah, the only defense to all this is just that, he's so fucked up. He lives a Pan-like existence. He didn't want anything to do with it. He's just a kid himself. It's crazy that's the only defense, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Dude, so they're going, look, he insisted, Taj insists this is very innocent, though. I know it looks odd to the outside world. I get it. But to us, it was just normal. I get it that it can be odd, but when you're actually there around it and you're watching movies like The Little Rascals and The Three Stooges, he's actually saying this. It's like, it's very innocent. Michael's estate is reportedly suing HBO. The movie's director, Dan Reed, has defended his decision to air the movie and claimed that it shows the other side to what he called Michael's Peter Panish image. I like that. So, by the way, I found this interesting as I was kind of binging about with this story. In 2018, it was revealed that Blanket was going to follow in his dad's footsteps. He wants to be a singer and a performer on stage. So
I thought you meant a pedophile, but
no, well, maybe, but as far as now, he's going to be a singer of some sort.
Jesus, pull up Blanket. I'm not sure I've ever seen Blanket other than
without a mask.
Yeah, other than being held off a balcony.
Yeah, you saw him in the nappy, dangling off the blanket. And they said he was so humiliated when people told him how dangerous it was. He wouldn't leave his room for a full day. He just cried. He was so ashamed of himself for hanging Blanket.
Clueless asshole. That's Blanket, huh? Oh yeah, I have seen that kid. Long hair.
Oh yeah. That kid.
Here's a more recent.
He kind of.
Yeah, I guess I could be sold that kid's Jackson's.
Well, nobody knows who Blanket's dad is. Like the first two kids, it's like Artie Klein, the doctor or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess his oldest kid's probably gonna be a doctor, not a rock star, not a great dancer. But Blanket's the odd one. He looks like he was picked up at a sweatshop somewhere and just delivered to the Jackson compound. You know what I mean? Doesn't he?
Yeah, I don't think
that's him. That's not him.
Prince.
Jesus Christ, it's a little kid.
The little kid with
long
hair, man.
Doesn't he just look like someone scooped him up at some sort of, sweatshop somewhere? Like went over to the, called up Mr. Knight and went over to the Nike factories.
Definitely more ethnic than the other two.
Don't know if I buy Michael. If he can sing his ass off and dance, fine.
I want to hear him say doo-doo.
Doo-doo. There was doo-doo feces all over my crib. And now these goddamn Quebecian radio stations have banned Jack. What the fuck did these songs do? I'm serious. Like, why do look, man, it's terrible what happened to those kids, but why do I get shut out of Billie Jean? It's not my lover.
She's just a girl.
Thinks that I'm the one.
But the kid is not my son.
Hell no, he's not. Yeah, so I'm like, fuck you radio stations. That's why I got Spotify. I already downloaded the whole Michael Jackson.
Like anybody who listens to the radio anymore.
I know.
Come on, man.
I'm reading the story. I'm like, this is outrage. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. Back up.
All three people who listen can't hear Jackson anymore.
This is like going, what? AM radio stations are not going to play Jackson music.
My phonograph won't work anymore.
What? You can't buy Jackson's catalog on 8-track anymore? This is an outrage. Oh, wait. Yeah, no one does that anymore.
The telegraph operator won't even ping it over.
I think all you're doing here, Montreal and Quebecian stations, is like, there's got to be some way for us to be relevant and get our names in the paper.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're listening to our audience. Our audience.
That's the equivalent of, we're starting Christmas music in April.
Yeah, let's do it. Ugh.
Hey, everybody.
I flipped on the new, what is it, Wheels in Detroit. I got friends working there. Podell's there. Trudy's there. They just launched
the new Wheels.
WLLZ. Remember Wheels?
Yeah.
987. It's now 106.7.
Oh, really?
Flipped to a rock station.
Did not know that.
Yeah, just this last weekend. You were out of town when the big announcement was made, but I just like, oh, I wonder what's going on. I flipped it on. It was like, Crazy Train by Ozzy. And I'm like, still doing the same fucking 4 Ozzy. It's all right, cool. See you.
Hey, everybody, now's the time. Contact him, Realtor Doug Steinert at 248-765-1781. It's springtime, everybody, right? Might not look like it right this minute, but it is. He and the team at Century 21 Campbell will work to get you the absolute best deal on the sale and or purchase of your home. Doug's the man. He's easy to work with and a great friend of the show. Call Douglas today, 248-765-1781.
You know how there's like almost no one on TV that I hate more than Janice Dean? She's the meteorologist weather broad on Fox News. That's just such a cut up in a ham card.
Yeah, you've mentioned her before. I've never seen her, I don't think.
She cannot be like, it's like, yeah, they're signing off for the day or they're going to commercial break. And, you get everyone on that show's a douche. But, they're like, well, we'll be back after this, and she's got a ta-da jazz hands or something stupid. She's just a fucking dork. Always. I've never seen her on TV not be a total fucking dork. I might dislike her more than fucking Robin Roberts. Shut up, Robin Roberts. Yes. Wow. I get so annoyed because I see her just hamming for the camera. Do you have video of her, E?
Sure.
Any
I have
example
some other interesting video of her as well.
Is this the lady that Isis was behind?
Really?
Bill Clinton is a rapist. Yeah, now I know who you're talking about.
No, I believe it was Bill Clinton is a racist.
Oh.
That's what E was.
No, I said rapist.
I know.
Well, many people have asked, where is Janice Dean? Well, here she is, here sharing her story.
Oh, how big her head is.
I know.
Look at the size of her face.
E, are you going to do a heartwarming story? I just wanted her, being a ham.
Hold on. Look at how big her head is.
Wait till you see her thighs.
Her what?
Thighs? I didn't say that. Is it Gene Simmons?
Every day above ground is a good day.
Oh, my gosh.
The panty
Gene
room.
Simmons doing weather. Come over here.
Janice.
The lighting is better here. Yeah.
Janice, Gene is now the weather machine.
We are maximizing Gene Simmons' potential
We've got a
with
cold
the weather.
front
Let's take a
coming
look at
in.
it. Show me. Give me some temperature.
It's going to be hot
if you're
and
in
juicy
Provo,
in the
of course,
mid-waste
why
region.
aren't
It's gonna be
you?
moist.
It's 32
It's going to be
degrees
moist in the
Fahrenheit
mid-waste
as opposed to
region.
Celsius. Now, Albuquerque, which is
Everything's
difficult
pointing
to spell,
north.
but I know that because I used to be a 6th grade teacher, is now at 43 degrees. But you notice in Kansas City, it depends on whether or not you're in the state nearby or not, because Kansas City spreads 2 different
What's going on with
states.
Florida? It looks
Kansas
limp.
City, Missouri, Kansas City, Kansas. You're correct, Doozy, yet again. That's why you're on Fox News.
Okay, I don't want to.
Yep, I got it.
Does she ham it up here at the end, though?
Right, is this Isis behind her?
No, this is a better.
Look at the size of her head.
In spring, right?
Right now, actually,
Trousers,
we're above
now.
freezing for the first time in 2 weeks here in New York City, if you can believe it. So it feels downright balmy. And by the way, we do that in Canada all the time. We just, flood our backyards
hate her
and skate out
too.
there. That's what
Yeah,
we do.
yeah.
Let's take a look at the maps because I do have some good news for folks
Some good
along the East
news.
Coast. Look at that, 33 in New York. It feels like summertime here. 30 in Raleigh, 28
You
in
almost need to
Chicago.
go into
There is a
break or
warm-up
something,
on the
E,
way,
where
my
she
friends.
gets
It's
to
gonna be
ham it up, or
44
when
here
they've got
in
a
New York, and by
cooking
Friday,
segment.
in
I
the
can't get
50s.
over
You
the
can
size of
bet
her
we
head.
later.
Yeah.
Showers and thunderstorms.
Looks like an orange on a toothpick.
A little bit of snow
Sputnik.
across the Rockies. All right, it's going to be 42. Do we hear a hoo-ah, yeah? Inside? Oh, that was terrible, right?
The
Yeah,
benefit of
it
ice
was.
skating on the beach, though, you don't have to worry about the ice cracking and falling through. I mean, because it's
You
just
fall-
like a
Yeah.
thin layer of water. I love that.
Thankfully, no one was injured during the video.
Why is she in the news?
Indeed.
Right?
She's written a book.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much, JD.
There's so many. I'm sorry. I should have explained better what I was looking for, because the segments that she's on and the jazz hands and the fucking mugging for the camera. Goofy face. I want to fucking punch the screen. I get so mad. Anyways, she's talking about, she's the one that talked to all the ladies on at Fox News into coming forward and talking about Roger Ailes and what a predator he was. And then she says Roger Ailes tried to goad her into phone sex. She harassed her, so she's got a new memoir, Mostly Sunny. And she says he once asked her, so how are you at phone sex? When she told him, terrible. I was like, yeah, I bet you are terrible.
Right.
Can you imagine her yucking it up online? Oh my God, I'm not saying that. Oh. So yes, terrible. You seem like you'd be, you don't seem like you'd be terrible. You're a little naughty. I see that side of you. You've played phone sex with your boyfriends before, right? Let me hear what you say to him. Like as if I was your boyfriend. Raj, stop it. Dean said she knew she was not the only woman in the workplace who'd been subject to this harassment. To try to take him down, she contacted every woman she knew who had a Roger story. Fucking narc. Convinced them all to come forward when investigators were finally looking into him. She also describes in her book she was treated terribly by Don Imus. That should have been my best job. He just treated me terrible. And then she was diagnosed with MS. That's probably why they were doing that her story thing a few years ago. And she's talking about overcoming the severe side effects of a plastic surgery procedure, which left her face swollen and lopsided.
Oh, okay. So there's a reason for it. Her face and head are enormous.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can blame going under the knife for that. Maybe it was a temporary lopsidedness. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's just hard to rally behind someone and feel bad for them when it's like you had elective plastic surgery and now your face is lopsided. Okay. Yeah, it's terrible. So she's one of Megyn Kelly's best friends, though, Jay. Kelly describes in her memoir, Settle for More, she would call Roger's office. She's talking about Roger Ailes as well. He would shut the door, and over the next hour or two, he would engage in a kind of cat and mouse game with me, veering between obviously inappropriate and sexually charged comments. Example, about very sexy bras I must have and how he'd like to see me in them, and then legit professional advice. And then they wrap it up. By the way, Kelly was fired last year for sharing her opinion that blackface was not racist.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Boy, I don't remember that's exactly what that story was. She shared her opinion that blackface is not racist.
Right. That's sort of paraphrasing, isn't it?
Just a bit of paraphrasing. And then, why don't we take a quick break? Did Isis bring an old school project in here? Am I led to believe?
He did indeed. When did we talk about said project?
A few days ago.
Do
not
listeners
that long.
know about this? Like, was this an extra content?
No, it was on the air. Because we were talking about why did the one arm that kid? Oh, maybe it was like a week ago.
The baseball player,
the little kid with the one arm, and we were analyzing
Tommy Morrissey. He got up there and smacked a home run, right? And that damn third baseman just facing the plate, never turned around and looked at anything.
Right.
That center fielder, left field conundrum.
Dude, love that video. Loved it.
Yeah, so it came up that Isis was a huge fan of Jim Abbott, who was a one-arm pitcher from Michigan. And then I think he pitched for the Angels for many years.
Yep, he did. He was on a few teams, but why would you have been an Abbott fan? I mean, it's not like you're missing an arm.
Michigan.
Just a Michigan guy.
Just because he went to, like, you've never watched a Michigan baseball game in your entire life. I'm just going on record.
I've watched Michigan women's volleyball when they've made it to the Final Four.
But have you watched Michigan baseball?
No, you know what, man? I don't know, man. We were doing probably some story on a celebrity, I don't know, a local person maybe that had issues. And
Abbott was amazing though. He had a stump arm, and he'd hold his mitt on that stump.
Yeah.
He would pitch, and then he'd jump his mitt over to his good hand.
Yeah.
And then hold the mitt and field that way.
Oh,
it's crazy.
Imagine, like that's the sport you take up. Baseball, you got to do that juggling act the whole time you're on the mound, and then you kick ass at it.
Yeah.
Like, take up bowling, bro. Just be a bowler.
Darts.
So yeah, we'll get to E's project as well, and then tough diagnosis for a lady. We'll get to that story as well. Do it all next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. Cast continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right. Welcome back to the Detroitcast. Mike and Jay. And brought something special for you today, Jay. Know how much you love falling videos. Wiping
nice.
out, yep. How would you like to see Danny DeVito wipe out?
Oh, I'd love to, yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, we'll get to that coming up shortly, and we'll get to E with Jim Abbott, I guess, was a school project of his, and brought something in for like a show and tell for us. I did want to tell you guys about vaginismus.
Vaginismus.
Yeah,
Okay.
Vaginismus. And there's a married woman. She's revealed she's never had sex with her husband. Because of this medical condition. Her name's Revati Bordawekar. She is Indian. I'm from India. She suffers from vaginismus. I think her husband suffers from vaginismus too, right?
They both, yeah.
Safe to say, which makes her vagine absolutely trapdoor like like one of those eating plants from the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh my gosh, a Venus flytrap.
It's just like, no, get out of here. Get the fuck out of here, you. And it clinches up on her. Whenever you try to insert anything into this vagine, it goes, no, get the fuck off, get out of here. Yep. Do you even know that existed? That vagines were capable? Wow, they really are a magical.
Luckily, that's only one of three. So, I mean, there's.
Yeah, it's not that she doesn't have other holes to use, but
saying at least.
So, 30-year-old virgin last month gave birth naturally to a baby named Ava. I was like, dude, is this another miraculous birth? Yeah, miraculous. And it's like Troy goes, man, is that baby black or something? She banging the fucking dude down the street. I was like, maybe. So yeah, they did the IVF, the in vitro, and after giving birth, she now hopes to fully penetrative sex will no longer be an obstacle with her husband, Chin Mei. I hope for Chin Mei's sake that's true. So she first met her husband through online dating in 2013. It was only on her wedding night that she told her husband, oh, by the way, my vagine locks up.
Whoa.
Dick move, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
he bought some damaged goods and
Wait,
couldn't
on
return
the
them.
Wedding night? Wow.
Yeah, he
Bait
did.
and switch.
And dude, that is just plain cruel to do to a guy. I mean, first off, he didn't take that thing for a spin around the block at least before, deciding to put a ring on it. I mean, whatever, fine. Religion says you can't do that before, but she's got to tell him,
yeah, I
ain't
think that's
nothing
only
going
fair.
in there. Yeah, I mean, that's just a dick move. So we haven't tried sex yet, but I'm confident that it won't be a barrier anymore. The last time she tried to have sex with her husband was before the IVF in early.
Wait a minute. When did she know, and how did she find out? The doctor told her at some point in her life, you have this? Because if she's a virgin until this, she doesn't tell him until
some lingering fingersy,
Well, I know
plugs are going up there.
But she enough to tell him though on the wedding night that I have this. So how did she find out?
We'll get there, E. Maybe you should listen because the story just started.
Sorry.
We'll probably figure out how this came to be. Yeah, settle down, Poops.
Ready to go.
So she attempted to bang her husband, and I'm just like, maybe he was just a fucking horse, maybe it was just a horse cock. She was like super uncomfortable, desperate for it to be over, which is what you want to hear your girl saying. Like, are you almost done? Can you finish already? And so she first realized something was wrong. E, pay attention.
Okay.
When she attempted to use a tampon for the first time at the age of 22. Does that seem like, what if she diapered up proper before that? Like,
she enjoyed the pads.
Is that what it was? Yeah. Are they absorbent enough? Can you get a nice, solid, heavy flow into a pad?
The ovum, I don't know.
Yeah. So every time she tried to insert it, the vagine opening would absolutely slam shut. Get out of here! Get out of here! Vagine was having none of it. She's trying to put it in. It's going, fuck off! Get out of here! Leave me alone!
A mean old man.
Yeah, dude. He just, gruff, angry. I don't know what happened to him earlier in life, but that vagine was like, fuck off! Don't even think about it! Get out of there! Get out of there! She's like, it's just a tampon. Fuck you! I'm bleeding out! Fuck you! Get out of there! So at that point, I didn't feel comfortable enough even to talk about what I was going through, though I had doubts about me not being able to have intercourse. I just decided to leave that for the future. We'll see how things go. So she's thinking, if my vagina is saying, fuck off, get out of there, to a tampon, it's probably going to do the same thing to a cock. You know what I mean? But she just makes the decision, we'll just ride this one out, see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Not good. So after opening up to him about her deep fear of hurting her vagine, he was accepting and said we should spend time just getting to know each other. But pal, no. Chimway, no. What are you doing? No. That would be the last thing I would say, personally. So anyway, she assumed the opening was too small to bang. And she eventually stumbled upon vaginismus. And while Googling her symptoms, and was overjoyed that there was a cure. I was like, all right, what's the cure? Spit on it? Try to lube it up or something. And so foreplay was one. Drink wine. These are the prescribed. This is what she was prescribed in India. Yes, you want to try foreplay? Drink wine and use a numbing cream to help consummate. None of that shit worked. Of course
numb
it
it up
didn't.
proper? Really?
Yeah.
You just want to be numb down there?
Numb it up and drink a lot of wine. Get shit-faced and let them cram it in there. See if it works. So none of that works. And then doctors cut her hymen and dilated it. That failed miserably. I mean, that didn't do shit. Vagina was still like, fuck off, get out of there. No entrance for you. Get out of there. And so, desperate to have kids, they come across IVF. When I finally got our first positive pregnancy test, it felt so unreal. I cried my heart out. She began to bleed. Of course, she starts bleeding out during pregnancy and needed a vaginal ultrasound, and which requires a probe. They got to get that metal probe in there, insert it in. And she's freaking out.
Clamped down on that thing too, didn't it?
Oh, I was like, get it in there. No entrance for you. Get it in there, probe.
An old man with pursed lips.
Just angry. Angry. Hasn't gotten his way his whole life. Now he's taking it out on you. Get out of here with that. Try to probe me. And so she has two members of the staff to hold her hands. She's squeezing her hands. And then another one to soothe her feet. Like, no, you're not getting a foot massage out of this lady. Doing enough for you. So the doctor is like, look, I will insert very, very slowly. She's like, okay. So the midwife noticed over time she was slowly able to tolerate the vagine penetration and it being touched. And so asked if, you want to try natural childbirth instead of a C-section. Boy, that's a leap, isn't it, for a midwife?
Sure is.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's able to go in like a few centimeters maybe, and you're kind of like, yep.
Yeah,
sort of
squeeze a kid out of this.
Yeah, let's see. We were almost able to get a pencil in there. What? Let's try a watermelon. What do you say?
Say this mean old man isn't going to choke out your infant.
There you go. Probably would. And so I thought about my struggle with vaginismus since my teens. I thought of how bad I felt each time I was deprived of something that came naturally.
Vaginismus?
Vaginismus. It sounds like
it's like Festivus is being replaced.
Yes, right?
Vaginismus.
What day is Vaginismus this year?
Vaginismus Eve.
What did you get for Vaginismus, Jay?
Vaginismus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it exists.
Hell yeah,
Bing recognized it.
So this was her only chance to experience the miracle of vaginal childbirth. And then I was ready to start. So they're like, oh shit, she's ready to start pushing. And I want to show that vaginismus doesn't stop you from giving birth to your baby. And so it occurs, they say, any time penetration of any sort is attempted.
Involuntary contraction of muscles.
Get out of there.
Yeah, interesting.
Fuck off, leave me alone, get out of there. The woman has no control over it. It affects between 0.5 and 1% of women. However, it does not necessarily affect the woman's ability to get aroused or enjoy other forms of sexual contact. So they're talking about butt or mouth, right?
Yeah, it says no abnormalities in the genital organs. It's just the tight muscle contraction makes sexual intercourse or any sexual activity that involves penetration painful or impossible.
Yeah, get out of there. Fuck off. Leave me alone. Try and take a nap. Vaginismus can occur even if a woman has enjoyed penetrative sex in the past. So this bitter old man, something happens halfway through this woman's life, and all of a sudden he's just, get out. No, not taking anymore. Treatment is usually therapy. Okay. No. If you're going to, dude, there better be a pill to open that son of a bitch up. But it's like, it's usually therapy to help a woman understand her feelings about sex and her body. Relaxation techniques such as mindfulness can also help. It's all in their head.
Everything's in your head.
In more severe cases, vaginal trainers. Did you know that was a job?
No.
I want to be a vaginal trainer. I mean, what do they do? Just make sure you do your
I don't
Kegels
think you
on
should,
time?
man. I don't
Why?
think you should.
Just like the.
I'd be a great
female
vaginal
doctor.
trainer.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Your practice gonna be what
All
again?
right, let me
18 to
see.
21-year-old shit. I mean,
Hell yeah. The one's in perfect shape, and I just go in there and, all right, spread it open. All right, that looks pretty good. Hold on, let me rub the bean really quick. So, hold on, let me take this for a test spin before I send you home. So in very severe cases, these vaginal trainers come in, and actually, turns out a vaginal trainer should finish the sentence. A vaginal trainer is not a person. It's not a job. It's they're shaped like tampons and come in different sizes. Can help a woman get used to having anything inserted into that vagine.
Interesting.
So trick of that old man. But it's like, okay, well, couldn't a vaginal trainer just be a cock? You know what I mean? Like if you're trying to blow it open a little bit with a vaginal trainer, why don't we just anyway? I can already hear listeners going, oh, I think my wife has vaginismus.
Vaginismus.
Yeah, sounds like something my ex-girlfriend had. Fuck, bitch.
Happy vaginismus.
Yeah, happy vaginismus, everybody. All right, you've been a good boy. You want to see Danny DeVito wipe out?
I do, please.
Now, let me set this up, Jay, really quick. He's doing a press conference for, I guess, Tim Burton has a new Dumbo movie coming out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
non-racist version, right, or something? Wasn't Dumbo like?
Yeah, it's very racist.
Yeah.
Well, I thought he had giant ears. It was body shaming.
No, they're the crows. The crows, who are these side characters, were very, very racially stereotypical.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen Dumbo in many, many years. What were they doing? Like a minstrel show or something? The Black
Sort
Crows?
of, yeah.
Really?
Kind of.
Wow. What? That must have been a long ago movie made by Disney.
I think they're remaking it like a live version, right? Dumbo,
Tim
the
Burton?
Lion King.
Oh, I remember those crows. Yeah.
Dumbo, the Lion King, Aladdin. We mentioned yesterday. They're doing all these live action remakes.
So what does that mean? Like the stage? They're doing stage performances, or
no?
live,
They're doing live action like movies.
So having real people play.
Correct. They did not the Jungle. They did Mowgli a couple of years ago. I think Jon Favreau, is that his name? He did that movie, and that was good actually. I watched it not too long ago.
Well,
Beauty and the Beast. Remember, you guys went and saw
Beauty and the Beast. I saw. Yeah.
Aladdin with Robin Williams. Does that count?
No, Aladdin with Will Smith. We talked about it just yesterday.
I know, but Aladdin wasn't originally by Robin Williams. Was that what you're talking about, like live action instead of?
No, I'm talking about the live action version with Will Smith acting as the genie.
Right.
Versus the cartoon with Robin Williams.
Oh, that was a cartoon. He just did a voice. So he didn't play. Okay, I didn't know. I never saw that. So I don't know what Tim Burton. It's going to be weird, right? It's got to be. Tim Burton always does fucking weird, things. So I don't even remember the characters outside of the elephant.
There's the mouse, right? The mouse was his little buddy.
Well,
you're right. I don't remember.
DeVito's playing Max Medici, a circus owner who enlists former star Holt Ferrier, who's being played by Colin Farrell, and his children to watch over Dumbo, who was laughed out, of the tent for the circus for his giant ears.
Big ears, yeah.
Yeah. And it's coming out, I guess, in March 29th, so not even that long ago. And so here he is going to the press conference, taking the stage. And I'll tell you right now, Jay, pay attention to the way he falls because of his body type.
Yeah, it's very egg-like.
There's kind of some midgetry to it. There's kind of a, when you see midget wrestlers, the way they fall.
Those little limbs, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see him.
Let's see, Danny. Yeah, come on out, Danny. Turn. All right.
Here he is up on stage. Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
Frank, are you okay? Frank. There's Frank.
It almost looks like people are wondering, was that intentional?
I think I'm okay.
Yay, he's on his feet. He's standing upright like a human.
It almost took all the king's horses and all the king's men to pick old Humpty Dumpty up again. Is he going to make a joke? Is he going to crack wise here?
Shit, maybe he was. I was just going to watch the fall again, but maybe.
Well, yeah, obviously.
Let's hear him crack wise.
Okay, here, I'll move it back up.
Let's see what he comes up with.
Yeah. What do you got? Pause.
What, we're going to predict what he says?
Well, yeah, I was going to say, what is the line you say there? Ta-da? Can you get away with ta-da?
I think you go ta-da. I think the actual move is to break dance when you're down there.
The worm?
You start to do the worm, you start to spin, whatever. You just act like you were falling down to break dance.
If you wormed into a split and then did the spin.
Yeah.
and then did that thing where you go on your back and then shoot yourself back up on your feet.
Yeah.
Whatever that move is called.
I'm not sure his body type really gives to that, but
yeah,
that would be the move.
So back it up just a hair, E, so we can see what he came up with. Because I would have gone ta-da personally. All right.
No print in that picture.
No what?
No print in that picture.
Oh.
It's not terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, as if. Could you imagine if everyone went, all right, no print in that picture.
Poor little guy.
I want to see the fall. Obviously.
Yeah, let's see the fall again.
Obvious reasons.
Yeah, where does he go, Ari?
Yeah, what?
It's that final step.
Oh, shit. The second time is actually
better. That little step right there, whatever that little guy hit.
Final step. He couldn't get his knees up high enough.
Or was it a situation where he just thought, he misplayed, he thought there was a
muscle memory issue?
See, I'm disappointed in this fall, dude, because he recognized once his foot caught the lip on that step, why doesn't he get his hands on? He knows he's going down.
Any help though, right? He's got
those
stubby little arms.
Technically, you're not supposed to
break your wrist.
Yeah, but I would think it'd be a natural thing. Like, yeah, could he snap his wrist? Yeah, but
supposed to.
He's not thinking of that in the moment. He comes. Back it up. All right. Whoop. Down we go.
Dude, he just goes down.
He does fall like a fidget wrestler.
Yeah. Don't you see it? It's kind of like
absolutely.
It's
kind of a thud.
All right, here we go. Yeah, we got this all good. Yeah. Now, this is going to take a turn, Jay, but I'm wondering, do you think it's possible in any way that there is something Disney is doing that is making these guys fall when mentioned? Because this is about a Disney movie in Dumbo. Wasn't Kelsey Grammer talking about It's a Small World when he took his fall?
I don't know, man.
Do we have Kelsey Grammer? Because, dude, this just seems too coincidental that
when he falls off stage.
I actually have another video of Danny DeVito falling too, if you want. But...
Oh, yeah, of course. I need to ask it.
Trip through It's a Small World, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Bye-bye. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I think I'm... Wow, that's really bad.
Oh, the shame I feel right now.
Oh, boy. Those bright lights, man. You gotta be careful.
Has anyone seen my smugness? I swear it flew right out of me when I remember going through It's a Small World, pretending to be a UN ambassador.
Yeah, that's interesting. Two Disney-themed falls.
Yeah, right. Just
trip through It's a Small World, pretending I was a UN interpreter.
Oh, good Lord. Who's got my smug? Has anyone seen my smug? It just flew out of me.
Wow.
It's anecdotal at best. The evidence we have right now against Disney.
It's interesting, though. It's worth following up on.
I think so. I think we need to start keeping an eye on anytime Disney releases anything in the press and just see. So you got Danny DeVito falling again.
This is actually kind of funny, too. I watched this. He's outside of an airport. People are just harassing him. Autographs. And he's finally like, no more. I'm done for whatever reason. And he falls, and then I think it's Carla from Cheers ends up being behind him. And
That's his wife, dude.
Oh, did it?
What a coincidence!
I know, that's
Carla
crazy.
there.
Rita Perlman was there.
I didn't fucking know that. Okay, never mind. It's
That's
not
awesome.
shocking to me then because she's in the background calling them assholes.
Well, if Rita Perlman was going to get married and Danny DeVito was going to get married, is there a chance in hell they weren't going to marry each other?
Did they have kids? My Lord, can you imagine?
No, it seems like they got together later.
Odd little species.
Didn't realize they were married. My bad. Because I thought
it really is
incredible.
a perfect pairing, though. If you had to take two people from Hollywood and put them together, Angelina Jolie, Brad Pitt, those are obvious. But dude, Rita Perlman and Danny DeVito sitting right there, that's aces. Go ahead.
Let's see it, Jesus.
At the car.
He's gonna miss the curve, isn't he?
Whoa! Danny, okay? Wait.
Fucking asshole! Yeah, because we're Russian. Like
Carla.
Yeah, guys, go away.
They're still trying to get autographs, by the way.
Are they autograph seekers or are they press?
Yes, they're autograph seekers.
God, he is one of the most unique-looking people.
He really
you
is.
See him from.
Oh, here.
I think. Hold on. Pause it. And we'll back
There's
it up there.
no mistaking.
You know what? I think. It's kind of the Steve Buscemi effect. Like you're so goofy looking that it almost benefits your career in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Like the beautiful people, the beautiful town, City of Angels. But you come in there looking like Danny DeVito. How do you not?
Oh
get
my God,
cast?
that Frank character on It's Always Sunny isn't half as funny without him looking like he does. And
dude,
no way.
Yeah, he's just
when
awesome
he's
character.
when he's hiding in the couch, in the back of the couch, and runs out nude. If that's Johnny Depp, it doesn't work.
Is there a man sewn in the couch? He emerges nude from a couch.
It's one of the funniest scenes ever.
Yeah,
but
it's the
honestly,
Christmas special.
If it's Colin Farrell or something,
No.
it just doesn't. You know,
it's that fat little egg-like body.
And him getting nude, running out of. Oh, he's just perfect.
Sew me in. Sew me in.
I don't know if you can find that even looking at.
Yeah, that must have been extraordinary for you to watch that and go, "Holy shit! I think that's Carla from Cheers."
And you know what I thought? You know,
she's really prominent in that video.
Oh, she is.
Here's what I thought. I thought, like, I know that stars can travel on same plane. They're all going to LAX or wherever they're at. But like, I didn't see her through kind of most of it. He falls, and now I'm like, oh shit, Carla's coming to his defense. And she, like,
is Carla out of line? Is Rita a touch out of line?
No, they were being kind of ass, dude.
But
were they crowding him? Was that her problem?
Yeah, but that's common.
He didn't see a curb. Is that her
well?
beef?
She immediately assumes that these autograph seekers fucked her husband over and made him wipe out like that. To me, hold on, to me, it looked like there was a curb issue and her husband was responsible for this. He's used to being hounded by cameras and reporters and autograph seekers, and she immediately doesn't last. Guys, watch where you're going. You almost killed my husband. It's you fucking asshole.
Well, she's upset that her husband appears hurt, and fuck, man, these assholes, just get out of here.
I think she comes in a little hot. She's like, dude, she came in like Jesus. You know what I mean?
Let's see it again,
Jerusalem.
He
made the
Danny.
He made the curb.
And then he missed the second curb.
Is that a second
You know what?
curb?
Yes.
I think
that's
it's a
why
line.
It's
I think it's a painted line.
He did not trip over a painted
tripped
line.
over a painted line on the ground.
I don't think
That's
so.
not a second curb, man.
He's at the airport. They have these cab lanes.
That's not a second curb. That's a goddamn line.
What did he didn't trip over a line of paint?
He did.
I don't think
apparently.
that's possible.
He made it down the curb.
Let me see. I want to see again now because you're
back it up because there's no way he tripped over a painted line. Yeah, he's
did.
short, but dude, that's ridiculous.
Watch this.
I'm trying to see if one of their feet caught him, and that's why she's.
It looked like that was clearly a curb stump.
And here's the painted line, and he falls.
He fell over his own bag then.
Yeah.
How hot she comes in.
She's upset. Her husband's hurt. These assholes. That's not a curb, man.
I would have just stood behind her going,
making your way in the world today.
Takes
everything we got.
Taking a break from all your worries.
Sure would help a lot.
I don't.
Would you like to get
Look
away?
at the normal human woman standing there. How huge she looks.
And she's wearing heels just to be an extra big dick.
Wow. There he goes.
If you were
rolls
walking
off.
up to Rita Perlman, is it Rhea Perlman?
Sure.
And Danny DeVito, wouldn't you just out of courtesy kick your heels off? I mean, come on. That's just she's wearing like 4-inch heels there.
Go down to their level a little bit.
Yeah.
Look, I will say this: you didn't watch a whole.
It'd be impossible not to go. Look at you, big boy.
Look at you.
Look at this little guy.
Just pet him under the chin a little bit.
Up. Let me pick you up.
Here's the thing you didn't see. Like, I played there's a whole other minute before that video where he signed a few autographs and then finally he said, guys, I need to, you know what? I appreciate it. He's saying thank you over and over again. But he's like, I'm done. I'm sorry. If I sign, I did one more, I'm done. So I get it.
This goes deeper.
Okay.
Rhea Perlman was a legit star, and nobody gives a fuck to get her autograph.
Oh, you think? You're into that, huh?
Dude, she's trailing 2 feet behind. He's mobbed by autograph seekers. It's like, how many fucking seasons of Cheers do I have to be on with Sam Malone and Diane?
He's frank, though. He sewed himself in a couch.
I know. Dude, I'm not saying it's unjustified, but I just think there's a little bit of, a little bitterness there.
Maybe.
Yeah, dude. To be in this.
They have 3 children.
Oh, my God. Do we have pictures?
Let me
Please.
see. It looks like they've been, including whoever this is. Shit.
Do we have pictures?
Let me look. Yeah, give me a second. This is on
Pictures.
Wikipedia. It doesn't say images here but they've been married since 1982, and it says they have 3, including whoever Lucy is. But then 1 second here.
One of them had an errant kid. While you're looking for that, we were talking about yesterday where I was paranoid. Like, dude, is that a concern? Like, if I go on a dating site, to meet a chick, and it's like she's a single mother, and she's thinking, is this guy just trying to get through me to fuck my kid's butthole?
Right.
Remember that concern? It was
I remember that.
Is that going through ladies' heads? Is like.
Should be.
Fuck, man.
Absolutely should be.
Like, dude, I'm into your vagine, not your kid's butthole. Why? Don't think that about me. That's monstrous. Well, reading a story today, predators are targeting single parents looking for love online in order to get access to their kids.
Oh, my gosh.
Police are warning.
There you go.
This is my nightmare. Officers have urged parents active on dating websites and gaming forums to keep their private info to a minimum to avoid potential pedos. They take advantage and build the trust of single women for the sole purpose of, in some instances, gaining access to their children. It is too easy for predators to track down social media profiles using just a name. They go for the low-hanging fruit. They go for the people who are giving them all the information they need. Police recommend using the dating apps. If you're using those, remove all personal info and photos of your kids. How fucked up a place and time are we living in where it's like you can't even show off the joyous thing you created because someone wants to fuck its butthole.
Some adult wants to fuck your kid's butthole.
What deviant behavior? Like,
look at that. Two fidgets don't necessarily create a fidget.
That's Jake.
Yeah, we've known that before. Haven't we seen that too? Where who are those little midgets on that TV show?
Yeah, the
Big Family, Little Big Family, or some shit like that. Whatever.
I know
it was
what
called.
you're talking about.
Yeah. It was like mom and dad are midgets, and like 3 of their kids aren't.
Yep.
It was like, how do you at 5 they'd tower over you? How do you discipline that kid? You can't.
Little people, big world.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, yeah. So I thought that was interesting, and then I know we got to get to some email. Do you want to see the bodybuilder that wants to take on that challenged another bodybuilder?
Oh, right. You mentioned this yesterday. I did see the pictures of these guys. One's an Iranian guy.
The Iranian guy terrifies me.
Another guy's an African some South African dude or something.
Yes. One's Brazilian. The Brazilian Hulk won his name. He challenged the Iranian Hulk to a fight.
I breezed by this as I'm scrolling through things, and I'm thinking, clear Photoshop. I don't even care about the story. Bye-bye. Stupid.
Yeah.
And you're telling me it's not Photoshopped?
No.
These two individuals.
Yes. I'm ready to fight you. Show me what you've got to say in the ring. This is so Sajjad Gaharbi's in an Instagram post, he said the Iranian threw down the gauntlet to anyone who was willing to step into the ring with him. So he wrote, "Be brave and invite me to fight rather than hiding behind your sponsors. I'm ready to fight you. Show me what you got to say in the ring." Fans were thinking that this was going to go down. The one dude, the Iranian dude, is like 386 pounds. The other dude is 223. And so the 223 guy was like, "Oh, I'm a lover, not a fighter. I don't want to do that." And then he changed his tune and was like, "I'll fucking get in the ring with you and I'll rip your head off." I was like, wow.
Quite a change in tune.
Absolutely. He said, "You go up to 120 kilograms or something and I'll go down."
You got to talk pounds here, Mike.
I did.
Speak
for
English,
you.
God damn it.
So he says,
American.
He says, "I've got a little message, Iranian Hulk, the guy who's challenging me. I'll go up to 264 pounds. You'll go down to 264 and I'll rip your head off." Is that fair? So the guy he wants to go down in weight is 386 pounds.
Ooh, boy, I'd way rather go up.
And so he's only got to go from 223 to 264.
Not fair.
And he wants the fucking Iranian giant. No, dude, rip his head off, man. That's him. Fight it out, man. You set this up. The Brazilian's only 5'8".
He's just a wisp.
But he got himself huge.
Let me see.
So which one is? I don't know which one is which, Mike.
That's the 5'8".
Okay, this is the Brazil. Okay.
Yeah, that's the Brazilian Hulk.
Oh God!
Look at that poops.
That is ridiculous. Are we sure? Are we sure this is real? Look at this, dude.
Okay, so he started working out seriously in 2009. He nearly lost an arm in 2013 due to synthol oil injections, which caused a severe reaction. The use of injected oil to enhance muscle appearance is common among bodybuilders. And so after he almost lost his arm, since then, the Brazilian Hulk has changed his lifestyle, now trains healthily. He's challenged many opponents to fights on social media.
That looks so stupid.
Dude.
Many of fights on social media.
How is he even flexible enough to move his upper body? You know what I mean? In a fighting type stance. Look at that, dude. Look at
what is going on with the neck, dude? What is that?
Oh.
What are they? What muscles are these?
Your traps?
Traps. His traps look like bowling balls. And so go to the next picture. I think he's got one like for Halloween. He's dressed up as the Hulk, and he's got the torn, cut off jeans, shorts. Look at that poops.
Are we sure this is?
I've
never seen traps like that. I just have never seen.
I have seen them like that, but it's usually this oil injection thing. So then there's the Iranian Hulk.
Hold on, and then you compare it to his. I'm not saying he has tiny chicken legs, but in comparison to his upper body, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's got little chicks and legs.
Yeah,
must have missed leg day the last 3 years.
All right, keep going, E. Let's see the Iranian, because this dude just flat scared me.
Oh, the other. See,
look at that poops.
Oh, there he is.
Man, I'm just not sure these are real.
Doesn't that right there? Doesn't that look like that doll where you could stretch his arms really long?
Yeah.
What was that called? Stretch Armstrong, or
I
was
think
it?
so.
Yeah.
Dude, he's holding that chain there.
This just doesn't look human to me, man.
Yeah. I think these guys are stars on social media though. So I don't think they're fake. Look at that dude. And he's got the fucking black butter face. Like if you just look at his face.
He's got a gut though, by the way, still.
But dude, doesn't he
What
look
a
like
couple assholes, man. Look at these guys.
Man,
I know.
He's got the gut. He's got a gut still though.
Just
like
a little
like,
one.
But his waist is surprisingly small compared to
Of course.
his shoulders, right? The hip to waist ratio.
Look at that neck. Look at the neck.
Yeah.
Holy shit. And then they said, so the other guy, the one with the fucking balls on his neck, he was challenging people all over the world, including Martin Ford, British bodybuilder. Ford has been dubbed the scariest man in the world. I need to see Martin Ford.
Yeah, there's some
It's M-A-R-T-Y-N.
Oh, no. Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah, here, this
That
one.
doesn't look too scary.
Well,
I'm not afraid
He
of
looks
him.
more like a fighter though, rather than just
Yeah.
some dude who's trying to build enormous muscles,
Here,
although he has
look at-
enormous muscles.
Scariest man in the world?
Oh, come on, dude. This is all Photoshop. This is bullshit, man.
I don't think it is.
Come on, dude.
Yep.
No. No.
Look at this little wee
That
head.
doesn't.
Look at that wee head.
No.
He's got a tic-tac head. Yep, that's a big boy. Look at that. Scariest man in the world?
Pretty scary.
I was more scared of fucking Nosage Nagadnarv. I got to be honest with you. You know, there's some scary people out there. Is there more pictures of me that aren't photoshopped?
that aren't photoshopped.
Yeah, that last one was absurd.
I mean, honestly, looking at him, he looks badass, but the scariest man in the world?
I don't know. I haven't
know
heard
that
him
guy-
talk. You know, I need that.
You know that guy that,
macho man type into the mic, you know, and right in the camera, talk to me kind
Yeah.
of thing going on.
Well, what if you had a Mike Tyson voice, though? Challenge anybody to a fight.
Right.
But, you know, I'm way more scared of that dude in India that fucking looks like a tree. You know,
Oh,
the guy
yeah,
that, you know,
yeah.
it's all warded up
Yeah,
proper.
The
and-
monkey gods were angry.
Yes. Like, I'm more like the scariest man in the world. How about tree guy?
That day.
I don't know. This looks like him against Brock Lesnar, standing next to Brock Lesnar. That is fucking going slow here.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
Because Brock Lesnar's a
If
pretty
we get a hold of him, would you take a punch from him? Just one.
Sure.
Look at the sternum.
We still need Rhino to gore E.
Yeah, that's gonna happen one day. Shit, I fucked this again, Jay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we'll save the rest for tomorrow.
I had to show you the I had to show you these guys.
The big puffy guys.
We will. I promise you, we will do email tomorrow. I know we're letting it pile up, so we'll do that. We should probably mention again the Sponge Pub Crawl. They added another bus. That thing was sold out, and for this coming weekend, March 9th, and it's hitting a few bars and drinks and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'll be out there. T-Roy will be there. Isis will be there, and of course Sponge will be there and come hang out with us. SpongePubCrawl.com. So if you tried to get tickets in the last couple of days and it was sold out, they've added a new bus. So Vinny wants to see all you guys out there, and he looks forward to it, and so do we. So with that, we'll call it a day. We'll see you guys again tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.
Hold on. This is